Hello and welcome to the Baggies Talk that talks about the Baggies. Today I will be previewing West Brom away game against Stoke City at the Bet365 Stadium on Saturday. It has not been a good bank holiday for both of these teams coming into this game, where Stoke lost at home to Bristol City on Good Friday and drew against Birmingham City 0-0 away on Easter Monday, where they also picked up 1 point in their last two games. The Baggies have also done the same, where they lost to Rotherham United 3-1 on Good Friday, probably Paul Friday more likely, with our ex-player who now plays for Rotherham United, Georgia Ugle, with a brace, and Fuzu with a third goal in the 76th minute. Then on Easter Monday, we drew 2-2 against QPR, where we were 2-0 up and threw away a 2-0 lead for QPR to make it 2-2 to take a point in the game. About Saturday's game, my thoughts on West Brom and our team so far. I think we need to show more passion coming into this Midlands derby. After the last 5 games since the Middlesbrough game, we haven't really been ourselves, despite our 1-0 wins over Wigan on a Tuesday night in March and Huddersfield again 3 days later. Last month, we didn't seem to play well in both of those games. The Baggies need to show more desire coming into the business end of the season. We could easily be in the top 6 if we took the Middlesbrough game performance into our last 5 games, where we've only won twice. We ain't shown nothing since that game. We are still unbeaten at home since November the 1st, where Carlos Corbin only lost his first home game against Sheffield United, and we went on a good run since, beating Blackpool 1-0, and we've been unbeaten ever since. Away from home, we haven't won on air travel since the Luton Town game in the middle of January. Some of the performances away from home have been shocking, especially games against Birmingham City, Hull City and Rotherham last Friday. Watching us against Burnley and Watford, where we lost, we should have took points out of that game. I think we should have got something against Burnley, where we narrowly lost 2-1, and 3-2 to Watford. I say we should have beaten Burnley on our day, which we should have won, and drew against Watford. We played quite well against Watford as well. What I think about Saturday's game against Stoke. Coming into this away game against Stoke City, they're like our bogey side. Like I said last Friday, Fridays we can't win a game on a Friday, especially away from home. We've only beat Coventry, I think, early on in the season 1-0, and ever since we play on a Friday, we kind of lost our last 3 or 4 games on a Friday night now. It is a Saturday afternoon. Our last away game in the league was actually Luton Town, where we were 2-0 down and we won 3-2. So maybe our silly form may come finally to an end on Saturday. But I'm not keeping my hopes up anytime soon. But we did lose like 3-0 to Bristol City in our last competitive game, which was a cup game on a Saturday. But that is the FA Cup. Our main focus should be on the league, really. So, my thoughts on Stoke City. Stoke City are 15th in the Championship. They are only 4 places below us in the league. We're 5 points behind the playoffs. They're actually 5 points behind us. If Stoke win on Saturday, they will be 2 points behind us. They could still easily go above us in the table. You never know in the Championship. And the gap is the same between us and Blackburn and Millwall as well, where if we win, we will be 2 points behind them. If we lose to Stoke City, I said we'd be 2 points below them. Let's hope this doesn't happen on Saturday, despite their poor Easter weekend as well. Stoke did go on a good run before the Easter break. They are on a 5-match unbeaten run before the Easter break, where they won 5-1 away over Sunderland, a 3-2 home win over playoff rivals Blackburn Rovers, a good 1-1 away draw over Middlesbrough, a draw at home to one of our playoff rivals Norwich 0-0, and a 4-0 away win against Coventry City. Stoke are a good team to play against. I don't know, want to play them right now despite their Easter weekend. They have picked up points with teams above us, but you never know. They've done us a favour a number of times. A few years ago, they did beat Brentford in 2020, where we went up that year. If they beat Brentford, we would have been 3rd coming into the final day of the season, where we actually lost 1-0 to Huddersfield the previous Friday night away from home. That was during the COVID lockdown, before we went up. as well. It did help us in the end because Brentford went on to lose their final game of the season and we went on to draw 2-2 against QPR. Same again like we did on Monday. So nothing happened, so I'm not keeping my hopes up just yet. I don't know if any of the Stoke City players are actually secret Albion fans because they keep on losing against the teams who are our promotion rivals. Not sure about that one. They did do the double ovals last season, but back before the World Cup break, the last game before the World Cup break, we won 2-0 against Stoke at home with a Kyle Bartley header and Brandon Thomas Asante, I'll say one of the goals of the season with an overhead kick to finish the game off. What I think about Stoke on Saturday, I think Stoke will be one of the biggest games of the season so far. Like I've said, every game so far is the biggest game of the season, but I think they will. If we can believe somehow we can get into the top 6, I'll say Stoke will give it their all against us. What I am worried about is Gayle, where Jordan Hugill last week against Rotherham scored a brace against us. I do worry about Gayle doing the same. I think it'd be a good game, but it is unpredictable. I'm not sure how this game is going to end up, with both teams coming into this game with a back of just 1 point in 6 points over the weekend. Players to watch: Brandon Thomas Asante is my player to watch for West Brom in this game on Saturday. I'll say it's probably our signing of the season for West Brom. Our signing I'll say it's Brandon Thomas Asante. We only got him for like £300,000 from Salford. I didn't expect him to be one of our best players of the season. I didn't really think that. I thought we would go backwards as a club after the signing. I didn't really rate him well, which he has proven me wrong to be a really good player in this level. For a League 2 player, he's not bad. He's had non-league experience as well. So I say he's like the new Jamie Vardy for us, what we've got. He has proven as well. I would play him over Carlon Grant in the Stoke game. I'll play him alongside DK just behind him because he can gain pace. He's very quick. And hopefully it can help DK as well get into positions, hopefully in goal scoring opportunities. I think that we need that as well. And Sante scored good goals this season, and I think Carlos Corbin should give a start him on Saturday as well. As Albrighton should drop onto the bench. I didn't see his good performances off him so far. I think Coventry in his debut were bad, but he was that good on Monday. Players to watch for Stoke, I'll say. The West Brom ex-player, Gayle. It is a thing where ex-players all score against us. Like it happened, I said earlier, with Jordan Hugill last week against Rotherham. Shane Long as well. Always noticed every time he played against us he scored. It was except for Reading this season. He did it with Hull City and Southampton as well. Gayle as well has scored 23 goals while he was on loan from us from Newcastle in the 2018-19 season. This season he has not picked up the same form as he did like 4 years ago when he was at us, where he's only scored like 3 goals in 31 appearances for Stoke. Everyone wanted Gayle before the season started. Well, I kind of did as well. But right now, Thomas Asante and DK has actually scored more goals combined. Well, not more goals than combined, but Thomas Asante scored more than Gayle, and Daryl DK has scored more than Gayle, where DK has been injured most of this at the start of the season, and Thomas Asante has had injuries as well. I do think he will cause a bit of an headache, Gayle, on Saturday if he starts, and he will cause us problems. I think he could. I'm quite worried because I still have not got over the Jordan Hugill brace from Rotherham last Friday on that horrible Easter weekend. Still don't want to keep talking about that one. Key injuries. Hopefully we can get players who were recently injured fit and back into the matchday squad. A few positives that we saw: Alex Palmer, the keeper, on the bench against QPR on Monday. If he's okay and fit and ready to play, I would start him over Josh Griffiths. After Griffiths is not a bad player, but I think he's still developing really. I think in a few years he will come good as a second keeper. I say I would start Griffiths over Button if Palmer's still not fit. Okay, Ucluslu as well. He has not played against Rotherham or QPR. Let's hope he gets the nod. He should start over Trevor Calabria and Tyler Gordon-Aikman, I will play him alongside Malumbi as well in midfield, or Tom Roddick if one of them's fit, or they come off the bench later in the second half if one of them isn't fit as well. So yeah, this is my team lineup. I would start on Saturday. I would start Palmer if he's fit, and Malumbi in defensive midfield. Change them for Calabria and Gardner Hickman. I wouldn't start Michael Brighton for this encounter. I will drop him on the bench. I probably will put him on at the end. Not sure if DK and Santo like tired during the second half, 70 minutes. Probably put Albrighton on as well. Yeah, my score prediction for this game, it will be a tight game, I think. I said Stoke will give it their all in this game, but I do think we will concede a few, and I think we will score a few as well. But I would say probably people won't agree with me or disagree with me. I think it will be another draw at the Bet365 Stadium. My prediction will be a 2-2 draw again. I think Stoke will score first in this game, and we'll probably get a goal by half time. I say 1-1 at half time, and I think we make it 2-1 early in the second half, and Gayle will probably want us right at the end. It'd be 2-1, and I think Gayle will probably get the last minute goal or something, I think. My prediction then will be 2-2. I think 3 points in that game could be to 1, even though Gayle might stop us from getting the 3 points. I say goal scores for us, Brandon Thomas Asante again will score against us, and I say Jed Wallace will score as well. Stoke, I say Therese Campbell, and then Dewart Gayle to probably score in the added time, like we probably bottle it again. So I hope my score prediction is wrong on Saturday, but I'm not confident about our run at the moment, especially away from home. So that is it for my match preview from the Baggies talk today. I hope to see you in the next one when I react to the game against Stoke City. Plus, I'm going to do player ratings for each West Brom player after the game. So I will see you again probably after the game on Saturday. I might record it probably late Saturday or Sunday morning, especially by the time I probably come back from Stoke, because I'm going to the Stoke game. So yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.